Hello everyone, my name is Muir, and this is Season 9 of Rimworld Biotech. Previous seasons were for ideology and other things. But what we're going to be doing here is, Fen is once again of Enviado, but we have a bunch of tribals. We also have something else going on that's kind of interesting. And that is, we go to the storyteller, we're doing custom, but specifically, everyone ages super fast. So, and also insectoids. Pollution makes insectoids come after us. We need to... Our growth season is 40 days long instead of 20 or 30. And we are over here. So we have, some people we can trade with. We have some people we can raid. We have the Empire over here and more people we can trade with. So we definitely are in a little bit of a better place, but it's still going to get freezing out here. So we're going to need to be able to adjust to that. But let's go ahead and get started. Now, what I always like to do, we also went with an open area because of our ideology. Okay, that's nice. Where is it? Oh, there it is. So we are a transhumanist tree huggers. We are a transhumanist tree huggers, eh? So we're transhumanist tree huggers. We can use organs. Didn't really change a whole lot of this. But the main thing is that we can have lots of Gorillion trees. And it's heavily encouraged that everyone use Gorillion trees except for Fen, who's going to avoid combat at all costs. And yeah, he's kind of our like last ditch effort to not die, but also our doctor, our socialite, and he's our doctor, our talker, and our researcher. So he should be able to spend most of his time researching while having a blood bag with him. The only problem is every year is equivalent to 6 years. So these people are going to age very quickly and die. I reduced them to mostly be in their early 30s. By the way, prepare carefully, and it is now available. It's not fully integrated though, so you want to use prepare moderately to get a good idea of what your group is going to be, and then use prepare carefully to then change things a little bit here and there. So there's that. But okay, let's do what me and a lot of people like doing, especially when you are out in a brand new map. Just start over here. Oh, I love that. And let's just see, where is the middle on here? So this is 230, so we need 115. There we go, we're at 115. Now we can go to 115 here as well, and that should be the center of the map. I do love that this now lets us cover the entire map. That is pretty good. And there it is. Okay, so now that we have the center of the map, we want to start expanding. And usually how you want to do this is the very center is going to be your starter base, but it's also going to be it's going to eventually be, say, your stockpile. In this case, actually, we're going to have a lot of our Gorillion trees. They are scared of us. So we're going to be doing lots of Gorillion trees. The reality with Gorillion trees, though, is that they do require a lot of range around them, and I don't remember exactly what that is. But we can always just move things. We also installed Home Mover, so we can home move our stuff a lot more effectively. Now we are tribals, so there should be a mech around here somewhere that we can tear apart and start doing mechanator stuff. There is, right there. So we could start doing that on the very first day if we really, really wanted to. So all the rest of our dudes, let's go through everyone real quick, just so we can see our starting group. So Fen is melee and medical, social, intellectual. He will be fighting as a last-ditch effort, as I've said, to not die. Then we have Craft. As you can see, Craft crafts things. He has a little bit in cooking, that's just so he can make drugs. And plants. Every one of these guys will have at least one Gorillion tree attached to them. Then we have Mine. Mine does mining. Then we have Build. Build builds things. Go figure. Hunter hunts things and also has lots of animals. So if we get huskies, we'll eventually just have this huge army of huskies following people around, and Hunter will be taking care of them. So we're going to have quite a few people. But the main thing is, these guys are going to die. Probably within a few years of our time, 2-3 years. Yep, that's right. They're going to make all the drugs. But let's go ahead and put out some plans. So the optimal room I've found to do these things, especially if you're doing an open base, is this would be the center of the corridor. Let's put a black tile there, just so I know it's the center of the map. Get the meth, Jesse. That's right, get the flake, Jesse. Then we're going to want some rooms. And if I remember correctly, a room needs to be 9 by 9, and then pawns are really happy to be in it. I think that's spacious interior. But we can experiment with that. I'm going to make them... 7 by 7 seems too small, but whatever, we'll do it. And one thing we can do is over here we're going to put some walls there and then a wall right in the middle. What this is going to do is let us shoot down these corridors, 1, 2, 3, and then maybe 4 back here. If you think Breaking Bad is long, you should check out One Piece. Yeah, this looks a little too small. Yeah, so with with the extra planning mod, you can change the color of things. So yeah, we're going to go with 9, because I think that is the size we need. Yes, so with these you can change the colors. And they actually change on the map. We're going to keep this one whitish, though. Well, I always use orange for walls, red for doors. So we're going to put a door here and there. And then we're going to copy these. If we go this way, then we can do that. Now this works pretty well. As we get more people, we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I think 7 over here. They should be able to shoot fairly effectively. We can actually improve this a little bit in terms of defensibility by putting the doors here. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. And there's already a door there, so why not? Yeah, so what I do is there will be a time lapse of the season, and that will be available. So what I can do is this. So in the last So the last of previous season, there will be a time lapse that will cover that. So over here, we now have an extra space over here to shoot. The only problem is you can shoot over the heads of people 3 spaces away from you. So someone's standing here, 1, 2, 3, so he has a chance to hit this person. Which, isn't great, but it is what it is. What we can also do is we can also sandbags any kind of defenses other than walls. So like barricades, what have you. Only the first line actually applies to you. Everything after that, you don't actually benefit from. So, we wouldn't use these. We wouldn't use this as cover. That'd be a bad idea. We also... No, we're not going to do this. No, we're not going to do that. We are going to go back to this. A bit safer. Because 1, 2, 3, these guys can all shoot. That'd be 6 of them. That's more than we have. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to build everything out of wood. Because, of course we are. Why wouldn't we? We love making bad decisions here. And we need to get wood cutting first. Well, we need to get stone cutting before we can make it out of stone. After we get the base built, we're going to be able to start storing things. Oh yeah. Like doomsday launchers everywhere. So this one can stay there. That one we will need to move. This is a steel door, so it still burns. So that's not great. And this is a steel door. We can put that over there. We could also tear it apart to get more steel. We can take these, and this is where home movers extremely useful. Because we can just take these and slap them over here, and we're good. Even has a nice little icon, which I like. I would like for the original to have a home mover icon as well, but unfortunately it doesn't. Okay, so take these and just slap them over there. Now, since these are just walls and we're not actually building anything of substance, we're going to tell everyone to build as Fan goes and rips this apart with a jade knife. Just stabs it a bunch. Hopes for the best. And yeah, we'll see. But alright, we also need zones. Now, we'll get down to freezing, but it's not going to be there for a while. So, what are each of these rooms going to be, is the question. It's good to have them be stockpiles. It's good to have them be stockpiles. Now, I remember spheres, like some of the... That's an equa. Yeah, it's like king, 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 king. Thing breaks as soon as you stab something with it. Our hunter, I'm gonna give you this pila, because well, when it hits, it'll just do an outrageous amount of damage. And all right, we don't have any more ranged weapons. That's fine. However, we need some doors. So let's go over here to door. And we do actually want a perimeter that we can handle. So yes. There we go. So what this perimeter is going to do is it's going to allow us to get lots of food very quickly. It's also going to keep wild animals out of here. Now, we started with a wolf as one of our animals. That's an Arctic wolf, right? Yeah, male Arctic wolf. Male timberwolf. What are our other animals? Othello. Alright. Well, we can train them to... We can train them at least. Okay, so we have this, we have that. We're going to want our doors in these cardinal directions for now. As our base gets bigger, we'll need more doors. But, Boone is male, so he'd be our king. Crown king. Now, Fen isn't really good at any of this, but as I said, we don't really need that. We are going to have everyone construct things, just so we can get this done ASAP. Craft can cook, so that'll be useful to us. Hunter will also handle all the animal handling, so that should work fine for us. We have pretty much everyone for everything. We have almost everyone specialized into something, which is useful. Alright, let's do this. Oh, we also have that one. Yeah, that works. Why not? Alright guys, let's go. We also want grow zone. That's going to be the entirety of the outside here. And that is just going to be rice, so we get food as quickly as possible. Now we are tree connections, so people are not going to be happy about us cutting down trees. But the reality there is we need the wood. And we can't really wait on that too much. So as much as people will hate it, we gotta do what we gotta do. Ben is the main character. He doesn't really have plot armor so much, but we are gonna try and keep him alive as long as possible. Everybody else is going to die. Fen's main thing is that he is a vampire. I mean, he's not a vampire. He's he's like Vlad from Magica. And I am not a vampiro! And then he bursts into flames and like disappears. Okay, Ben. Go get this Ikpa. Destroy this. Hopefully it doesn't explode. Eh. Okay, I don't think it's gonna blow up. Usually I just have people with guns beat them unconscious. It usually works. Okay, now I like that we don't have to leave. I like that we don't have to go into planning now to turn stuff off. Break it. Oh, good. Alright, let's push this along. Expand the zone. Unfortunately, our animals are going to get hungry fairly quickly, which would be a bit of a problem. Let's create some sleeping zones in here. Everyone wake up so they can all go inside and sleep. I wasn't quite defeated by a jade knife. It'll get there though. Don't you wait. I mean, you wait. Don't you just wait. Yeah, so the nice part about a lot of the wild animals you can have is that they can go and just hunt on their own. It resolves a lot of the problems. Let's reinstall this over there. Okay, cool. Everything is done now. Cool. I guess we deconstructed one of them. That works. We have doors everywhere, so now we need zones. We need an auto zone over here and maybe somewhere else. So this is going to be our everything. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then we create a dumping zone. We put that here. I only want stuff that's in the base. So I don't want these. I do want these. Oh, what am I doing? There's a way easier way to do this. Done. Alright. Sounds good. I know the wall is still open. It's over here. There's just a few of these. But we'll get there. We still need to cut down some more trees. And now the wall is technically closed. But we need to get rid of this walker leg. Once that is gone, we'll be able to fill in the wall. And, you know, just watch it like and then explode and we'll all blow up. Deforestation. That's right. It is deforestation. Alright everyone, go ahead and get everything planted. Now our dudes are a little upset because we just cut some trees down. They don't like that. They want us to know that they are protesting this. Okay, so we're going to take basic, push that all the way, push that all the way. And patient and firefight, those need to be for sure on everyone. So grow is going to be all hands on deck except for Fen. Same thing over here. Fen will be doing research. First he will clean. Yeah, they could have been from Star Wars, but, you know, walkers, they are pretty common, especially in Texas Rangers. And let's see. Who doesn't do anything that is absolutely crucial to us? Aside from Fen, who will be spending all of his time researching. And totally not torturing people. By drinking their blood. Bleed! So let's see. All that's getting done. I like that. There are a bunch of us. We need to get stone cutting done ASAP. We'll want Devil Strand as well, because we can make nice dusters out of that. We also need a crafting spot, because people need more bows. And we're going to make those predominantly out of wood. And I think this is our general crafting, our general area, our general stockpile. So this, what kind of bows can we make? Recurve bows, well, that works. Let's make... The War Mask only requires wood. It's not great, but it'll still do the job. So, do until you have, we'll say 6 of these, so we have 1 in reserve. Count equipped. And only count things that have 60 or more hit points. Over here. Which one of these is better, by the way? Pretty sure this is okay. More of a social thing. So, yeah, that's cloth. Only resisting against sharp at 7.2 versus the War Mask. which is much higher. Much, much higher defenses. Okay, so we're going to do the war masks. We will also do tribal whale, which can be made pretty much of anything. So we'll have those. Do until you get 6. And they count equipped, and only things of 60% or better. Okay, sounds good. Then we also want to go over to... I think it's a sign, yeah. So we're going to give everyone just herbal medicine. Fen doesn't actually need any medicine, so he can just do his own thing. And everyone just attack things that come after us. Any food is fine, any drugs are fine. They aren't going to live long enough for all the drugs to catch up with them. So... we don't need to worry about that. It's like, oh no, the baby! The baby is having a tantrum. Here's a smoke leaf joint. I remember that I saw a screenshot on Reddit where somebody said, huh, I guess giving a baby heroin is a bad thing. It's like, baby. Heroin overdose. This is ridiculous. Okay, let's see. Now you just imagine it. Someone's like, you're a monster. Alright, so what kind of research can we do? Stone cutting. Very important. Now we have the wood. So we should make some bedrooms. We can make rudimentary bedrooms. Over there, and we'll say this is Fen's bedroom. Fen's bedroom is going to be filled with all kinds of suffering. Because of course it is. Alright, so let's go furniture. We have not unlocked beds yet. But don't worry, we'll get there. We do have some dogs. We also need a rec room. So instead of these going into here, we are going to have them all on the outside of the base. Because that's probably a little bit nicer for us. Dumping stockpile. Now, of course, before these guys have anything to do with Garulian trees, this will pretty much just be permanently... This will be done. This will be good. There's no problems there. Okay, we have those. Ben's room will also essentially be the researchery and the prison. Any kids that we have, they'll probably be raised there as well. And this is how we do lessons, children. You see, this is... Help me! Ignore that. Alright. Don't worry, he doesn't matter. Alright. You always want the beds to, quote-unquote beds, to be facing the door, because when the NPCs come in, they will, all they need to do is interact with the top of the bed, and they can get in. So, now everyone has a bed. That's good. If we can, we want to get the debuff for cutting down trees out of the way ASAP. That will help us, definitely. And a lot of our animals, they don't really care about a lot of things. You don't really need to worry about them, but if you so want, you can help your animals, I suppose, by putting them inside. But we're all fine. Fen is a night owl, so he wants to be asleep from 1 to 8, from 11 to 8. So we are going to do that. Now you need about 4 hours of recreation. And yeah, it's probably a little bit better to do that before he goes to bed. And then after that, we're going to do anything for Fen. For the rest of these guys, we can probably make them biphasic, because they don't necessarily benefit from them. They aren't necessarily going to be... Well, I care about productivity a little bit more right now, but we can go biphasic. So, we can have them share one phase with Fen. They will be happier in the day, which is roughly from 5 in the morning to... I don't know, like 8 or something. Let's go with this as one of their phases when that would start, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8, 8, 6, which is 16, and then 4, 4, which is 8. We have 4 recreation, which brings us up to 12, and then we would have 12 to work with beyond that. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. So we have these. I'm just going to put work for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have another phase. Now, the thing is, that isn't where Fen's rest squares up. So we're going to do 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do 6 work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to do 2 recreation. And then 4 sleep. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the rest of these will be anythings, actually. Cool. Change this to anything. So there's a benefit to using anything instead of work. And using anything means that the pawns will fix any problems that they have before doing other things. So they always try to keep their mood bars maxed out if they're set to anything. And this can be problematic. Right, so sometimes you just need a pawn to work. And that's it. Like, they just need to work. So, in that case, you'll use work, or you'll, like, put their bed right next to their workbench, which is right next to their recreation. You'll lock them in there. So they can only do that recreation, and they can only work that one job, and they can only sleep in that bed. And, I don't know, you give them, like, a supply of food or something. So, that can work just fine. Welcome back. But, yeah, this should work for Fen and friends. It'll keep Fen relatively happy. But, alright, we've got these. And, I think we have most things cut down. Most of these trees hacked and slashed. Good, they're starting to haul things now. That's good. So, but they're cleaning. Okay, so construction can come off to 4 there. We can actually probably get rid of it for everyone else. And we can go and put haul and clean to 1. We'll make them prioritize the crap out of that. Then we want... Well, you want them to only sleep as much as they need, right? So when you tell them to sleep, they are actually going to try and sleep for that, unless they have some specific reason they're not. And that can actually be problematic. So, yeah, you don't want them to sleep too much. You don't want to assign too much sleep, because then they'll actually just sit there and try to sleep that entire time. But when they wake up from sleep, they will then... I think they'll work if you have them set to sleep. They are tribals, that is correct. What are you doing? You're praying. Saying your prayers this early, eh? I see you have I see you have very little faith. Now there is this nice thing that was added, and that is that shelves, which we can't build yet, those... Ooh. Okay, so, yeah, that's nice. So, shelves can hold multiple... They can hold 3 stacks of things, or 3 weapons. We aren't playing as a darkness-loving group this time. So we actually need to place torches. The tribals, they'll take down everything. Now, our prisoners are going to be blood bags for Fen for the most part. So we don't actually... Oh, baby's sleeping spot. So we don't actually want them... They don't need a full prison cell. But we do need a set of tables for people. And a rec room. So, what can we create for recreation? Evidently, we can make this. Which we should put in the middle. Yeah, let's put this there. Okay, 1 space down. We're going to put this in the middle. Then we're going to put some benches next to that, some stools. Now these stools, we want those to be multi-purpose. Now if we put this here, we have a problem in that it's too... there isn't enough space in the middle. But... we can always do this. And then put a torch in the middle, and that will keep the entire place nice and lit. And it will allow us to do some other things. They will only use the tables that actually have seats, but because most people will be... Yeah, sure, why not? We can also, if we wanted to, we could put more of these in, but we don't need them. So we have 5 people, so we only need 5 stools. Done. Now that can work. That'll give them a chance, 2 people a chance to throw at this or use that. And it'll use a lot of our wood. Now, correct. Good, he's constructing. Most people are growing, planting, cutting, or hauling. They're also resting, because they are biphasic. And let's go. We can put this fueled research stove, this fueled stove here. And that way we can get a little bit more out of this. Let them make food and then immediately serve it. The butcher's table, we can put that there. That means we need to shorten this a little bit. So let's shrink it by some. Then put a new one in here. That should be fine. Let's re-expand this out. And this will be strictly for animal corpses. We'll set it to preferred. We will clear everything. And only allow animal corpses that are not rotting. Don't allow rot. Excellent. So that means cooking actually needs to be of paramount concern. So cooking needs to be fairly high up there. So craft is going to clean first, then cook, then haul, then everything else. Thing is, we need craft to actually make a bow. And we need steel as well. That is another thing that rebels don't start with. So, we need to go find some steel. Turns out we got plenty. So mine will be happy about that. Okay. Actually, we're going to keep those as one, just so they actually take care of them and do what they need to do. So until Fen actually gets his stuff going again, we're just going to have everybody else come off of these. We're going to have Fen haul and clean until he can get his research bench up. So they have their bedrooms, as small as they are. Where's Fen? He's way over here doing his thing. Trees ravaged. I know, it's the worst. He's a night owl in daytime. Go sleep. Why not you sleep? Oh yeah, he's fine. Craft is making stuff. That's good. He's making some war masks. Ben is getting all that done, and we should be getting some steel relatively quickly from mine. Alright, mine is relaxing socially. Now he's working over here. That's good. Alright, he's going to put on that war mask. That's useful. Dropped off some steel. So we need to start making meals as quickly as we can. Hunter, what are you doing? He is just doing that. Let's see, what animals, what wildlife is there? Now we do actually need some herbal medicine as well, but we can get tons of that stuff from the map itself. As you can see, we have quite a few. So we will zoom out some, and yeah, that should be more than enough. We can also get some berries to make food with, but we are going to get this finished first, and then we will do that. Okay, so here's the thing. I need Fen to actually kind of be awake during this. Because I need Fen to be tired during the day so we can actually sleep. Otherwise he's going to suffer a mood penalty. A mad squirrel! Fen! Kill it! Build! Take a shot. Oh no! Build! Run! Oh no! Build! Kill it. Do your best. Go on, Build! Don't lose to a squirrel! Alright, Fen. How is he doing? There's a lot of things, so let's go and coagulate him. Alright. So, we can butcher that animal. Butcher creature forever. We're going to set the radius pretty small, so it's within this. I mean, so this is within it, but not much else is. Oh, the ancient danger. Sounds good. Let's go to planning. And we're going to do that. Just so I'm aware of it. Now, the ancient dangers aren't that bad. Let's see. Wildlife. Okay, boom rats don't attack when you kill them, but they also kind of have a tendency to explode. So animals in the wild, they don't reproduce, so we don't need to worry about that. And so now Hunter will go out there, and he'll do his thing. Ah, good. So Hunter currently has a major break risk. That is pretty normal. So, now the nice part is we will have lots of meat from our Hunter killing things. And we can make a lot of simple meals. Our simple meals, though, let's see. Do until you have, we'll say 10. And what is the hunger rate on these wolves? On the dog, I think it's less. Life expectancy. 12, yes. Let's see. Hunger. That didn't help me. Meat. It's on here somewhere. Max nutrition. Yeah, that's what it is. 75. And a single meal, I think, gives like 90 or something, right? It gives, yeah, 0.9. So a single meal will be wasted on this animal. But we can make kibble as well. And kibble is really useful for animals. Now, a piece of kibble, it has nutrition of 0.5. So it's like pemmican, but for animals. Back before they gave pawns a malus for eating kibble, people used to just make mass kibbles because it would last forever and then have their colonists only eat kibble. So you can put hay in kibble and that will get the animal, that'll get people to eat kibble. Alright, so we need 0.75. We'll just create, something here. Let's see, 0.75 plus. Let's go to the other animals that we have. We have Xavier. His max nutrition is 0.85. So plus 0.85 2 times. So we need, 2.45 nutrition for them. And I think that's twice a day. So we need to multiply that by 2 and then divide that by 0.05. So we need 98 kibble per day to feed our animals. So we'll just go to 100, because why not? Do until you have 100. Excellent. Now ideally we will use hay with this. And also use any food that we don't necessarily need. Hell yeah. Always try to do that math. Okay, so we are going to expand this out to there. And the reason we're going to do that is we're going to get rid of that inner part and plant hay. We don't want to get rid of that butchery, so we want corpses to remain there. Math is many people's least favorite class in high school. That's okay though. That's why math jobs get paid a lot of money. Not a whole lot of people want to do them. Okay, so with this one, why don't we make that a stockpile? What is wrong with us? This is where it's like Michael Jordan, stop it, some help. Okay, that works. Now we need to make this into hay grass. So hay grass lasts pretty much forever. We're going to have a ton of leather, so we don't need to necessarily worry about that too much. So that should work. I actually want to do something else with this. So, what we're gonna do... Nah, I won't worry about it right now. Okay. So we're bringing those in. We need to get Fenn's thing going. We need 10 simple meals for everyone. And we need to get Fenn's room sort of sussed out here. That is going to be, we have the simple research bench, probably over here. We're going to go with furniture and a stool, because that's the best thing we got. We'll put that there, so he has a place to sit. Fenn is a vampiro, so he's not actually affected by darkness at all. Let's see. Low sleep, so sleep fall rate is 40%. We're terrified of fire. Let's see. We can live in toxic places forever. And... yeah, I don't see anything for darkness, but I might just not be seeing it. Ah, there we are. Dark vision. Yeah, work speed is unaffected by darkness. So he can pretty much... oh, right now, because it's a new like DLC of the game, I'm trying to play with as few mods as I can. Mostly just quality of life mods. But later, in later games, later playthroughs, I will be playing mostly with like the vanilla expanded mods. Let's see, build, let's get yours over here. And, you know, some other ones. Okay, build is up and about doing their thing. But, you know, you can play with a ton of mods, but you don't necessarily need to. It isn't bad or anything, it's just you don't need to do it. Okay, so we're going to have a blood farm over here. We also need to get some crafting done. But, I mean, some, like, stuff made, I guess. Either way, that should be okay. So we're going to get this made, and we're going to want some bedrolls fairly soon. But we don't have any meat yet. I mean, we don't have any leather yet. Now, as we get animals, we will need to have some sort of fencing. So we might as well do that prospectively. And so we will put these orthogonally as with everything else. You can hang out behind fences, by the way. They give you like some cover, but not a lot. Yeah, you play with the Mr. Void mod, then it's like, be ready for a fight and to be fighting really tough things all the time. But hey, you know, that's part of the allure of playing with that mod. So, why not? New lovers! Mine and Hunter! He compared her to a delicate cliff. Hunter became aroused and agreed to become Mine's lover. Mine and Hunter now want to sleep together. Well, isn't that wonderful? Mine. Hunter? Hunter. Congratulaciones! You get a double sleeping bed. Well, that didn't take long. Mine and hunter. Okay, so we can just put Fenn's bed right here. And now we need a place for all of our dirty prisoners. Tribals, there's just a lot of tribals. I think, like, normally tribals aren't that big of a problem. But then you play with, like, Zombieland on, and tribals become a very big problem. You massacre, like, 100 tribals, and then they all turn into super zombies, and you're just like, no! As they overrun your base. It's like at that point you just have to use fire to kill them. Alright. Not again! Why did it happen again? The zombies are like, you remember me? Like, no! Okay. So, let's see what we can do here. Okay, we have those. We should get a crafting station as soon as we can, so we can make better stuff. Yeah, we're researching stone cutting, so that will be useful to us. Yeah, that should work. We'll go stone cutting, complex clothing, Devil's Strand, and then probably... we can do complex furniture, but probably smithing, just so we can get better weapons. Give people helmets. Have our child soldiers give them kid helmets. I'm a real soldier. Alright, but we're getting most of this stuff made. Alright, what I was going to do was figure out where my prisoners are going to be. These guys will be blood bags. So it doesn't really matter what happened. You know, it doesn't really matter. They just need to be separated. Until we can get their arms and legs, until we get their legs off. And then... Yeah. Yeah. I remember the, some of the worst raiders are when you... Okay, let's fill this in. Yeah, some of the... We put the doors here, that we can just interact with them diagonally. So, we don't even have to worry about it. Yeah, some of the worst raiders are when you are when, like, mechs or anybody just drops on you at the end game. That tends to be the worst. Even better is when you still have a lot of wood and stuff, and like a scorcher drops on your base and just sets everything on fire. Mountains is really nice, but actually, if you do it right and you set up lots of defenses, then that isn't usually a problem. So what I'm going to be doing here is, since all these walls are going to be stone, I'm going to make all the floors out of wood, and like all the infrastructure is going to be made out of steel. Or eventually it'll be made out of, like, what is it, like plasteel, so it can't burn. And so it'll be like plasteel chairs and plasteel tables. And this might seem strange at first glance. And then, you know...